This is a Rogue Media Network podcast. This is Central Texas Life with Ann Harder.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Central Texas Life, and what a joy to have Jamie Blanek back.
Hello.
It has
back.
been a hot minute
Yes.
since we sat down, and that was, I believe, in May of 2021.
Yes.
3 months or so after your horrific accident.
Yes.
Jamie, you were just driving home after a little outing on the evening of February 6th, 2021, came upon an accident and got out, ran to help, went around to the front of the vehicle, and then was hit by another vehicle.
Yes.
And you were gravely injured.
I was.
And so when we visited 3 months after that, you lived, which was, a miracle. A lot of folks praying for your survival because you lost your right leg. Your left leg was badly injured. And so at that time when you came to do the interview, you were still in a wheelchair because you couldn't put any weight on your other leg.
This leg was out of commission for a while.
You were out of commission. But, your dad was taking you everywhere. And you were so awesome. And we have a link to that previous interview so you can kind of hear a little bit of the rawness of what you were going through. And yet your faith and your optimism, it was like you'd had a hangnail. I mean, you were really remarkable in that because of what you'd gone through. It was like, well, we were talking about prosthetics and different things. And so I see that's a pretty fancy.
It is.
Fancy prosthetic. You got several different ones. You were
do.
talking about all the different ones. Oh my gosh. But what you have done in the intervening time, I followed you on Facebook, and you are just like Wonder Woman.
Oh my gosh. Yes. I guess. I'm a lot. Ask my parents and they're like, oh yeah.
She's a lot, yeah. Okay. So but back up, like you were Miss Waco before the accident happened. Obviously gorgeous, and had kind of trained to be an actor. I mean, you talked about being in New York and sitting in on the James Lipton inside the actor's seat. That blew my mind when you told me that. But yes, so life can turn on a dime, and yours did.
It did. And you don't think like something like that'll happen to you, but it can happen to anyone. And it happened to me. I'm just grateful that I survived. It could have been so different.
Yeah.
That split second that my life changed, it also could have ended. And I'm very glad that it didn't.
Well, God obviously is using you. In a lot of you're a motivational speaker now.
Yes.
And you had told the doctors back who worked so wonderfully on getting you to where you are today that you wanted to be a snowboarder, and so in fact that's what you do. So you live part of the year in Park City, Utah.
I do. Yes. I don't even believe it because the fact that this is my life is wild, but yes, I snowboard, and I do it during the winter. I do it competitively around the world, which is crazy. So I do Paralympic snowboarding is the term, para-snowboarding, because I do it adaptively.
So how is that? How is it adapted?
So I use a completely different prosthetic, first off. If I wore this one, I would shatter it. I would totally break it. But what we have is, it was actually built by an above-the-knee amputee, and he is also a Paralympian. His name is Mike Schultz, and he invented, it has Fox shocks, like what are in mountain bikes, inside of the knee and then the foot, and you can change the air pressure, and you can change the resistance, and it has these little dials that you change so that when you're snowboarding, it can like take the impact of what you're doing. And you can use it for wake surfing, you can use it horseback riding, ATVing. It's a high impact sport leg. So that has like totally changed the game. A lot of us use it on the circuit. So it's a different prosthetic, and that's basically it. Like the rest is the same. People are like, do you do it with one leg? I'm like, no, I don't snowboard with one leg. My feet are in boots, and the boots are strapped in the board, and yeah, it's basically the same, just with a different leg.
Interesting. Well, and it strikes me that it is a community of folks. You know, I would guess you've gotten close to some of these competitors.
Yes. And from all over the world, not just the ones that I compete with and train with here in the States. I have good friends from all over who are also either missing a leg, or there's different classifications of and within like Paralympic snowboarding, some have MS, some have CP, or something like a neurological thing. So we are a very small group, I would say. It's snowboarding is pretty new as a Paralympic sport, and so it's not. We don't have a massive amount of athletes in it. So we're growing the sport, but yeah, we're all figuring it out together, and we're all cheering for each other, and that's really what I think is cool. Yes, we're competing against each other, but we're also so excited when someone does really well. So I love that.
So I guess you go through different levels in order to get to the ultimate, which would be the Olympics, right?
Correct. So you start out in like the lower level, which would be the Europa Cup, and NORAM is probably below that, and then you move up to the World Cup level, and then based off of your points, that's kind of how you get selected for the national team. But it's interesting here with the United States, whenever I go to competition, I am competing against Paralympians at the World Cup level sometimes, but I'm not on the national team, but I'm competing for Team USA. So whenever they call my name when I place and I'm going up on the podium, they're saying Team USA, Jamie Blanek. So that's so cool. But yes, the ultimate goal would be one of the Paralympic Games.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And when do those happen? What time of year?
So the next one is in 2026 in Italy.
Oh.
So this season is like a super crucial season. There's lots of competition. And then it would be the end of next season. That would be the games. So we'll see. We will see. There's a lot of factors, you know, not just snowboarding. There's a lot of things involved, but I love it. And that's really what it's about.
Would you ever have dreamed in a million years?
No.
This is where your life would be.
Not at all. Not just like the athletic side of it. I wasn't a professional athlete before this. But to think like something this traumatic and really like tragic can happen to you, and then on the other side you can be a professional athlete. It's like, hey, you never know what can happen. I think it's just how you like adapt and move through after something.
Yeah, when we talked again, it was only 3 months after your accident, and it's been what, 3 years, almost
3.5 years. Yes,
and at the time, you were saying, you know, I have no memory of what happened. I don't remember. Of course, your mom came on. We talked about how she wishes she had no memory because she saw it all. But I do remember something I wanted to ask you about, and that was the phantom pain.
Oh, yeah.
And that you thought it might be a lifelong thing.
Yeah.
You still have?
Oh, yeah.
Do you really?
Or like right now, my foot that I don't have feels kind of like it's being shocked. It's weird. It's very weird. But yeah, I think like over time you just ignore it. Your brain becomes used to it. But then there's times like at the end of the day where it's a lot. And sometimes it's like excruciating. It's
Really?
weird. It's very weird. I have friends who don't have it, and I have friends who have it very bad like I do. I think it's because my accident was a traumatic amputation.
It was so traumatic and
Yeah, so in my mind and in like the research I've done, what my brain thinks is what my nerves felt last, which was obviously my leg being like ripped off my body. So I get all kinds of feelings, like it'll feel like it's on fire, it'll feel like I'm being electrocuted or stabbed, and it's weird. It's very weird, but it's part of it.
So
like,
there's not any like mind control, or I don't know. There just seems like there might be something
right.
that could kind of tell your brain, no.
There is kind of like you can do. There's all kinds of different treatments.
Right, I imagine.
And I don't. Some of them like I won't do. They're drug involved.
I was going to say, take painkillers for a limb
Yeah.
that's not even there. That does
Yeah.
seem weird, but
Yeah.
I can see why, if it's as bad, that you would want relief.
I don't know. I think I've been offered and told a lot of things that I could try. But the side effects, I think I am not really interested in.
Yeah.
So it's, you take one and you give the other, right?
Right?
It's
No, I
just
know that's.
the trade-off.
And that's part of the inspiration that you are, Jamie.
Thank you.
And so I want to talk a little bit about your opportunities that you've had to do inspirational and motivational speaking. Tell me about that aspect of your life.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I absolutely love sharing my story just because I know that God chose me for this mission for a reason. And everything that I did in my life before the accident, like being Miss Waco and being an actor and all these things, and very like involved in the community, those all set me up for this part of my life. And so I know that people need to hear my story and they need to see me as an example of hope. And I think like even if I touch just one person, that's enough. But God chose me for this, and so every time I get the opportunity, I say yes. I would love to speak to your youth group or the women's group. I love it. Like if I can help someone, I totally will. And then I've been doing a lot with the medical company Stryker. They actually make all of the hardware that's in this leg. Yeah, so my femur, I have a rod in my femur, my tibia, and then I have a plate and screws on my fibula. And that's why I can even use this leg, is because I have these Stryker products in it. So I've been speaking for them a lot over
Really?
the past couple of years. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is neat. I'm truly bionic.
I know, I am. Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Well, so your folks, I know again got to see your mom, and
Yes.
she helped put this together because
Yes.
I just figured you were globetrotting. I mean, following you on Facebook is a full-time job.
Oh my
for
God.
me, because you're just always doing these wonderful things, and it's oh no, she's in town now.
Yes.
So that's neat, but I guess for them to see you leave, it's
I
got to
know.
be.
I know. They love, obviously, the fact that I get to do all these
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
but they also love getting to see me. And I'm sure that when I'm gone, they're totally bored. Like, they have no clue what to do with themselves. So
I imagine the dynamics of the room change when you come in.
right? I know.
But I just think it's such a blessing for me to be able to catch up with you this way, because again, the last time we had a chance to talk, you were still processing.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure. And I've had multiple surgeries since then.
Yes.
And I've started walking. Like, that's such a
Well,
small thing to say.
I was going to say
but
that
it's,
was
like,
a big
huge.
deal,
Yeah.
because how long were you in a wheelchair before?
7 months.
7 months.
Yeah, because of this leg. It
Right,
just took
you had to
so
heal it.
long for this leg to heal. Actually, it took probably a year and a half, maybe 2 years before I was done, like, trying to heal this tibia. It was such a bad fracture that my leg was still broken when I started snowboarding again, and when I was like doing Spartan races, it was still broken, and it's been a process to heal it. So yeah, I was in a wheelchair for 7 months, and then finally the whole prosthetic thing is also so weird, because it's not like one size fits all. Here's a leg. It's not like that at all. So it takes time to dial in the fit of the socket, and then obviously, like, insurance is a nightmare. So trying to even get a leg is a process.
What
It's
kind of
difficult.
cost are we talking?
So this whole setup, which this is my socket, and I use suction to keep my leg attached to my limb. And then this is the knee. It's a computer knee. I have like an app on my phone. I charge it at night. Like, I can change some of the settings. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the technology is wild. And then I have a foot, but the whole setup is about $120,000. And this knee alone is $80,000. And it's not even the highest level knee or the most expensive knee. Yeah, my insurance won't let me have those because they don't want to pay for them. So it's a fight. I could be doing things maybe even easier or better, but because of insurance, I am with this one, and I'm so grateful for this one.
Oh yeah.
It does a lot, let me tell you. Like, I've taken this all over the world. I just climbed Cotopaxi in Ecuador on this. So it does what it needs to. It gets the job done. But yeah, it's a process that, again, I never would have like pictured being a part of my life's story, but it is, and I've learned a lot. And I think that's another thing. Like, my eyes have just been opened up so much to a world that I didn't even know.
Yeah. So mountain climbing.
Yeah.
We haven't even touched on that yet.
Oh my gosh!
So tell me about your mountains you've climbed.
So I am, since my accident, I've become involved in lots of nonprofits. That's like the bright side to this, is that I have come in contact with so many incredible organizations and people, and the community is amazing. So one of those is called ROMP, Range of Motion Project, and it was founded by an amputee who saw that there was a need in South America and here in the U.S. for people who don't have access to prosthetics or proper prosthetic care. And so he founded ROMP, and we have clinics in Ecuador, Guatemala, and then we're based out of Denver here in the States. And we do these fundraisers, and it's a climb. And so there's all these amazing massive volcanoes in Ecuador that we climb, and we raise money. And the money that we raise goes towards the clinics. And so I did this last year and then again this year. We went this year to Cotopaxi, which is 19,000, almost 400 feet.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, it's the second highest summit in Ecuador. And so, oh my God,
Now this
it's
is
stunning.
technical climbing?
Oh, it's
I mean, I would
it's
guess.
yes, it's like
It's not just a walk with a walking
no,
stick.
no. I wish.
I mean, those
No.
are the kind of mountains
We're
I climb.
like in full gear. We have to put crampons on because it's snow, it's ice. We have ice axes. We're like harnessed in. We have rope teams. Like
Jamie.
it's actual. Like it's legit. It's a volcano.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and so that's the fun part of it, I guess, because the point is to raise the money.
Yeah.
And to bring awareness to the fact that with prosthetics, you can really do anything and you can climb mountains. And so I love the mission and I believe in the work. And so that's why I'm climbing mountains.
You are amazing. You are amazing. And folks can follow you on your Facebook page. Is it like a professional page or what?
No, it's just my page.
Yeah,
Jamie
Jamie.
Blanek. Yep. My Facebook, my Instagram. That's pretty much where I put everything. And then I
Yeah.
have my website. So I put everything on. You can watch all the crazy things
Well,
I do.
I have been following you, I have to say, and
Well, thank you.
And I'm just so thrilled that we're getting a chance to visit. But I end these with my little questionnaire.
Yes.
And so I went back and watched. So I've got your answers
Oh,
from
no.
before.
Oh, my gosh.
So-
Okay. Huh. Okay.
So I'm going to ask you again. These are the like the
yes.
late great James Lipton would
Yes.
ask. What is your favorite word? And I'll tell you what you said last time.
Did I say a bad word last time?
Oh,
Oh, okay, good. Okay,
No.
good. Oh, man. I don't know what I said.
you said pterodactyl.
Oh my God, yes, I love it. Yes.
You could stay with that if you want.
Oh my God, I love it. Yeah, I love dinosaurs. And that's great. Pterodactyl.
Now, your least favorite word, I couldn't really hear. I
Oh
missed
man, I don't know.
what you said. I don't remember what you said last time.
I don't know what it is, what I said, but I know what it is.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That's not.
I hear.
That's not in my vocabulary. My parents will tell you.
Obviously not. What turns you on creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
Oh wow. I love it when I just see kindness. When I see that, I gravitate towards that.
Yeah.
Or a need for kindness. If there's like a space that's empty that needs it, I definitely am sparked to move towards that and try and like fill that space or kindness, it's positive. That's where I want to be. That's like the energy I want to live in.
You see, animals were kind of your thing.
Love animals.
Yeah, animals and angels and mountains.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
those
love
were good.
that. Mountains, yeah.
That,
of course.
obviously, you really honed in on that, girl. Well, what turned you off then, emotionally, spiritually?
Yeah. I think anytime that someone or something, if there's like ill intentions or malice,
Yeah.
it's not necessary. And there's so much in the world that is already negative. Why are we adding to it?
Yeah.
That's not.
That's not. I'm with you there. What sound do you love the most?
Sound do I love the most? I love laughter.
Yeah.
Yes, I love hearing people laugh, and I love laughing with people. I think laughter, because definitely a sign of something good, something happy, something fun. I'm one of those people, sometimes I laugh at inappropriate moments. So even that, that piques my interest.
All right. Last time you said choir, a choral
yeah.
singing.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought that was sweet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, your least favorite sound?
Oh, gosh. Least favorite sound. I don't know.
Well,
Did I have an answer?
Yeah, you said just loud. Anything loud.
Anything loud?
Yeah.
Yeah, I will probably
Jarring
say that's still the thing. Not necessarily anything specific, but something like, loud. I think my hearing is probably affected from my brain injury.
Really?
Yeah. And so loud things can just be like overwhelming.
So much more jarring.
Yeah.
Yeah. You told me other profession you would like to have tried was an actor. So that's what we talked about the end.
Yeah, obviously that's definitely what I thought I was going to spend my life doing, but those skills just have helped me a different way. But
Absolutely.
I think like my answer now would be an attorney. Like my mom would have loved for me to have gone to law school. And I feel like after everything I have been through, that could be something I would do in my future.
Yeah.
Just because I see so much injustice in this specific area. And I know that things need to be done. And I'm here to fight the good fight. So having a law degree might help.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For sure. And the job you would not want to do?
Oh, gosh. I would not want to do. There's a lot, I feel like. I don't think I could be the person, this is very specific. I don't think I could be the person, like an orthopedic surgeon who cuts off people's limbs. Did I say that?
You said surgeon, yeah.
Oh my God, how funny.
And he may be, my next guest is an orthopedic surgeon.
Really? Oh my
Really?
God, how funny.
Yeah.
I love all my surgeons.
I know,
orthopedic surgeon's amazing.
But you were so close to all the work that was being done on you and had been done after this accident. They just said, I love the fact they do this work, but I couldn't do this work.
Oh my God, how funny is that?
I hope you could meet him. Well, one last question. What do you want to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Oh, wow. I hope that he looks at me and he smiles and he says, "Good work, my child." Yeah. Because I would hate to have gone through all of this and wasted a whole life not being the person he created me to be, and to get to heaven and for him to be like, "Oh, you could have been so much more." That would be the ultimate disappointment. Yeah. So I think just him saying that I did what he created me to do would be what I want to hear.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done is what I'm predicting.
Aww.
Thank you, Jamie.
You.
Thank you so much. This means so much to me to get to have this catch up with you.
Yes.
So let's not wait another 3 years.
I know,
but,
right?
There's just so much that you're doing and so much more that you will be doing to inspire people and give them that courage that they need, that you have exhibited through all that you've been through.
Thank you.
Blessings on you.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, this was great.
Jamie Blanek, thanks for being with us for Central Texas Life. We'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.
Central Texas Life with Ann Harder is part of the Rogue Media family. Be sure to check out our other shows at roguemedianetwork.com. Please rate this show 5 stars on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, or anywhere you get your podcasts. Join us again soon for more Central Texas Life with Ann Harder. This has been a Rogue Media Network production.